Most men don't fail loudly, they drift. Spiritual laziness doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up as rebellion or obvious failure. It shows up as comfort, as distraction, as choosing the easier path over the necessary one, over and over again, until a man slowly disconnects from purpose without even realizing it. A man doesn't wake up one day and decides to abandon responsibility. He just stops engaging with it. And that is where the danger begins. Because the truth is simple. No man stays neutral. You are either becoming or you are decaying. A spiritually lazy man is not always an immoral man. Most times, he is just passive. He stops steering his life. Like a captain who lets the current decide his direction, or a pilot who leaves everything on autopilot. He convinces himself that things will somehow stay stable, but they don't, and we see the consequences everywhere. The story of Eli captures this perfectly. He wasn't a bad man, he was a passive man. He was a priest, a leader, a position between God and a nation. But somewhere along the line, he stopped enforcing what he knew was right. While he remained comfortable, his sons corrupted everything he was meant to protect. He knew, but he didn't act, and that is the problem. Spiritual laziness is not ignorance, it is refusal to act when you already know. Eli spoke, but weakly. He corrected, but without weight. He chose peace over responsibility, comfort over confrontation, and over time, that passivity blinded him. He became so disconnected that when Hannah came to pour out her heart to God, he mistook her for a drunk. That is what happens when a man drifts long enough. He loses discernment. Even when God warned him, he didn't respond with urgency. He surrendered, not in faith, but in resignation. And in one day, everything collapsed. His sons died. Israel fell. The ark was taken. And his legacy ended with one word, Ichabod. The glory has departed. This is the cost of spiritual laziness. What a man refuses to govern will eventually collapse around him. And today, we are watching this happen in real time. Men are present but disengaged, active but not anchored, chasing success but abandoning responsibility. We have reduced manhood to provision, to money, to status. But men were never called to build wealth. They were called to lead, to guide, to shape values, to stand. And when a man gains everything but loses this, everything around him feels it. Because leadership is not about control, it is about responsibility. It is about being awake. A man who is spiritually awake brings order, stability, direction, not just to his life, but to everything connected to him. But a passive man, he creates vacuum, and something will always fill that vacuum. The question is, what? This is not a message of condemnation. It is a call to return to responsibility, to return to discipline, to return to God. Because the world doesn't suffer from a lack of men. It suffers from a lack of awake men. Men who refuse to drift. Men who choose responsibility over comfort. Men who understand that what they ignore today will cost them tomorrow. The cost of spiritual laziness is too high. But the moment a man decides to wake up, everything can change. My name is Ike Ojibe, and this is my unsolicited advice.